so that you people can attend the interview, right? Right. So last session we did the insertion part with respect to PHP, right? So in this case, balance things we have the in CRUD operations, like we need to update it and we need to delete it, right? So whenever the data is inserted, the data should be stored in the database as well, and then it should be displayed in the tabular format in the list page, right? So that also I will show you how to add in this particular case. Okay. So here, just I am adding this particular attendance thing. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to add some details. Place online. Simply, I'm just giving these details. Okay. I think like Pavan, the fields are changed, right? I asked you to keep the date fields, time fields, and then place should be the proper field.
Yes, sir, I
It is
have seen
changed.
it.
Okay, so I'm just working on the old thing only. I'm not using the new thing. Okay, that's why I'm asking you. These things are changed, right? Okay, fine. Now, I'm trying to insert these details. Now it is inserted. Okay. Now you can see the data is inserted here. Are you able to see this? Everyone.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's just a simple action recognition is inserted. So what I did is I asked after inserting this particular data, I am redirecting this particular page to attendance list. Okay, but some mistake. Attendance list is spelling. Okay, here only I can able to see the list of attendance details, right? So here it's currently a static table data. Okay, so here we need to display the data dynamically whenever the insertion happen in the add attendance page, right? So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this page. Okay, just opening this attendance list. So that will be the data. Okay, so this is your data. I hope, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep only single row of data because it should be dynamic case. I'm removing all other rows. Okay, right. So in SQL, if I want to get all the data from the table, what we will do? SQL, MySQL query explained, right? In that, if I need to get all the data from database table, what we need to do? Which query we will use?
Yeah,
Telling us which query? Select query. Am I right?
yes, sir.
Select query will be using. Select star from table name. That is the only thing we will be using in this particular case. Okay. So that query we are going to use directly in the this particular PHP page. Okay. So how we are going to use? Same like your PHP coding. Okay. So what we need to do? Compulsorily we need to use this PHP syntax. Okay. So I'm just starting it in the place of where I can start before the row, because row only I need to make it as dynamic. I'm just starting it before the row. Here, what we need to do, as usual, we need to write the queries like this. Okay, so I'm going to use the same variable. Any variable you can use for your understanding. I'm just using same variable. What is the query? Select star from your table name. So what is the table name? So just go into this table structure. Here is attendance list. This is your table name, right? So I'm just copying this directly. So this is your table name. Okay. So you no need to use codes also because already the codes are available. You can remove it. Okay. So now how I can execute this? How I can execute this? How I can execute this query? In PHP, how I can execute this query? Simple question. We already did write insertion part. We did write this one, right? The same thing we need to use. Okay, so for that we need this connection file. Okay, we need this connection file in this particular page also because everything is a PHP page, not a HTML page. So everything it will be acceptable one. So I'm just keeping it in the top of the page for our understanding. Okay, so it will be connected always. So we can execute the query easily without running the connection.php file. It will automatically run, right? So what I need to do, I'm just creating a separate variable called query because here no if condition. Automatically all data we need to fetch. So there is no if condition like in insertion part. So simply I'm just using this same thing. Okay, try to understand what I mean. Simple thing. Whatever the thing we already did, same process but different query. Okay, so here we need to use one minimum level thing called loopings. Okay, loopings, why we need to use loopings in the sense we have only one row, one table row, so we need to display all the row data which we have stored in the database table one by one. So one by one display always happening in loopings only. Am I right? Till the data is present at that time automatically the loop will run. Am I right? In PHP I explained, right? For loop and while loop. Yes. Do while loop also explained. You remember? So till the data is available, that till that time the loop will execute. Okay. So till the number of rows are there in the particular database table, till that this particular loop will be executed. Okay. So here we won't use for loop because we don't know the exact count. Okay, we don't know the exact count. So for loop means the count should be there, like int I equal to 0. So till this particular plus plus thing, so that thing should be there, the range should be there. Okay, so but here the range we don't know. There will be multiple data daily basis in the attendance list table, so we don't know the limit. So automatically we can use while loop. So what will happen, whenever the condition is true, automatically the data will be fetched from the database. Okay, that's why while loop. So here we need to use one different function, inbuilt function of PHP, that is your MySQL. Okay, underscore fetch underscore associate. Okay, so this is a inbuilt function we need to use. What it will do in the sense, it will fetch all the details from the data. Okay, so this query will execute only the query. Okay, to fetch the data from the query, so we need to use this in PHP function. Okay, so simply automatically it will fetch. So here I am using this query variable which we have declared in the MySQL query execution. Okay, so now just opening this. Okay, where I need to close this loop in the sense at the end of row. Here only I need to close it. The end of row only I need to close it. Before that I need to close the PHP syntax properly. So within the HTML it won't close it. So we need to close it separately. This content separately and then this bracket alone separately. Understood what I did? Till now understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? This is very simple. We already know the queries. We are executing with respect to PHP inbuilt functions. Nothing much we are doing. Okay. This is very easy in web development process. As a UI developer, these added advantages for you. Clear? Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Okay. So now what I need to do? Now I need to display the data. Okay. How I can go to display? Any idea? How we can display the data? Any idea guys how we can display the data? In this table data only we need to display. Alright. So usually what we will use in the PHP programming to display the data or to print the data.
Echo.
Echo or print we will use, right? Inbuilt keywords we will use. Am I right? So the same thing we need to use it here also. To before using that, we need to store this fetched data in one variable. Simply, I can name it as data itself so that it will be easy to understand. Why means this data only we are going to display in the particular thing. Okay, we are not going to display directly here using this. So it will be stored in the one variable called data. So it will be easy to write the code in the display format. Okay, so now same thing. Echo already we have, right? Okay, we don't know the structure. Okay, fine. So now simply I'm writing the PHP structure. Always you need to use this. Okay, don't forget to use this PHP syntax. This is very important. Here, echo or print, anything you can use. Your data storage variable. Okay, so here how I can fetch the particular column. Okay, so this data will be having all the column data. All the column data it will be having. Okay, while fetching it will be having all the column data. Okay, so now how I can fetch the single column value? How can display the single column value? Any idea?
By using
By
name or ID.
What?
name.
Which name?
By using where condition.
Where condition? Where class? Telling or not?
Where class.
No, why where class? We need to display all the data, right? The where class means we need to fetch only one single data means we can use where class. But we already fetched all the data, but we need to display the data column wise because this is name column, this is ID column, this is date column, right? This is time, sign in time, sign out time, and then working hours, something like that, right? So we need to display it column wise. Then only the table structure it will be proper, right? So for that, what we need to do, we already know this. We have the array concept in PHP, right? It will be fetching from single value, okay, using the column name. Okay. So here within the quotes, we need to give the column name of the table properly. Okay. What is this column name? Employee name. Okay. So this column name will be having here itself the attendance insertion part. You need to give column. Then only the data will be fetched. Okay. And then you can close it the PHP syntax. All the times you need to close it like this only. Okay. I'm just copying the same thing and paste it for all the case and we'll change the column names. Okay, here then all the other table data. Finally, we'll see change the column names. Okay, now we'll change the column names. ID, date, sign in, sign out. Sign out. This is simply working hour, right? So the column name should be changed as place or something. Okay, so working hour, right? So this many columns we are having in our table. So action is a separate thing, which is like inserted or not inserted, that is the action thing. That is not needed to display. So this is what you need to have it. Okay, so now let me refresh the screen here and see. Are you able to see this? The data is displaying properly, whichever they inserted by us. Now, are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Right? So now, manually, dynamically, I am showing you by inserting one more data, BBB, employee ID 222, something like 0801 2024, something like 11 a.m. and then 20 p.m. Okay, place office, I'm just keeping it. Okay, now I'm trying to insert this. Now you can see it is inserted and it is displayed here dynamically. It is working now dynamically. Understood?
హలో లేదండి
Yes, sir.
కాల్లో ఉన్నాను.
So it will be
కాల్
there in
అయిపోయాక
your
కాల్లో
databases.
ఉన్నాను.
So
కాల్ అయిపోయాక చెప్తా.
till this database is not required, you can just verify it. Okay, so you can use your application as a dynamic data management tool. Understood? Any doubt till now? Any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
ఓ సార్.
Okay. Now here we have this edit and delete. Okay, to delete this raw data, single row data, to edit this single row data, we have this action column. This should be there in all the modules in admin panel. Okay, and user panel in their something like edit profile or somewhere they have some uh, unwanted data, they want to delete it or they want to edit it. Okay, editing should be there, but unwanted data they want to delete it. Okay, so don't keep edit things in employees attendance page or leave page. Leave page you can keep, for example, if they want to change their leave dates. Okay, if they want to edit their leave dates, you can keep it. Okay, but don't keep it in attendance and then somewhere like in the salary details. Okay, don't keep delete option or edit option in those modules in user panel. I'm telling with respect to this HRMS software. Clear? So likewise, as per your project, wherever it don't require, okay, so it is a restricted one. So the edit and delete option is restricted one in the sense, don't keep it there. Clear? If you already kept it means just comment it. Fine?
Okay, sir.
Understood, right? What I'm telling. Okay, fine. Now what we need to do in the sense, we need to keep this particular action things here. Okay, when you click on edit, it should go for edit page. Okay, so what I did, I copied this add attendance page and then just renamed it as edit page. Okay, I have this page, you can see I have copied the add attendance page and then just renamed it edit attendance. Okay, how we are going to keep it as here? Simple, nothing much. Edit, what is the page name? Edit attendance. Okay, dot php. Okay, as of now, just keep the page. Okay, so now what we need to do here? Okay, so here, whenever we are clicking on that icon, pencil or that pencil icon, okay, it should trigger, it should get only that particular row data. It should retrieve only that particular row data. Am I right? Sir, guys, are you able to understand what I'm telling? Oh, your turn page is not linked. Guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
So we need to get only the particular data. I'm just keeping this page. This is the correct thing, right? Attendance. Spellings are wrong. Okay. So now, whenever you're clicking on this pencil icon, it should get only this employee ID called triple one. So only that particular data we need to get it. Okay, so for that, as I mentioned earlier, okay, while explaining about form, get method, post method, do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Right, so as I mentioned, inside the programming language itself, we have the inbuilt methods, right? So here to get the data, we have the get method action in PHP with the question mark symbol. With the question mark symbol. Okay, here we need to give the particular ID. Okay, we are already displaying it here. The same ID we need to give in the function itself to get it. Given the function itself to get it. Okay, so how we are going to get it given the sense? Just create a variable. I'm just giving a variable called edit data. Okay, edit data variable. Here simply use the same display method till this PHP syntax. Edit data equal to this ID. Now what will be the URL for this function? Edit attendance dot php slash triple one. That is your function URL. That is your function URL. Understood now? Understood, guys, what I'm telling? Edit attendance dot php slash triple one in your Chrome browser URL. That will be the case. Okay, I will show you. Just refreshing it for first data. Okay, just refreshing it. I refreshed it. Okay, now I'm trying to open it in new tab. Okay, a new tab I'm trying to open it. Okay, so here you can see it is open. You can able to see this data. Are you able to see this? The URL.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is your thing. Okay, so edit in the sense it means already data is there. It should display in these forms. We can edit it. We can modify the dates. That's what edit. Am I right? Sir, no. It will be there in this particular form. Okay, the details will be displayed. So we can automatically edit it, right? So to do that case, we need to go do some programming, PHP programming here. Open this page. I'm just uh, including this PHP connection as well. It is done. PHP connection you need to include on all the PHP pages wherever you are having this HTML linked. Okay, not in the everywhere in the PHP program wherever you are having, everywhere you need to do it. Okay, the title also I'm just changing edit attendance. Okay, I will show you how to display thing, then update thing and delete thing. We'll see next session. Okay. Okay. So now, what is the PHP programming we need to write it here? Simple, nothing much. Okay. So let me have it here. Okay. PHP. Okay, here we need to use a method called get method. As I mentioned, in PHP we are having a method. The same variable I'm going to use it edit data. It will be overridden. Okay, so here the method name is get. We used post method, right, for insertion. So here it is get method. So we are getting off that particular variable which we have included in the URL. Okay, so here edit data variable, right? So this URL data we need to get it here. Okay, it will give you triple one. Okay, triple one data. So using that only we are going to fetch it. Okay, so as usual our query. So what is the query? What is the query we need to use it? Shit. Let me copy this structure here. Everything should be same while loop only because it will fetch only one data based on the condition. Okay, so here what is the query? Select star from attendance list where here only we need to use compulsorily the where class. Okay, where your what is the column name? Where your ID uppercase. Okay, so ID is equal to. Okay, so here we need to give that particular thing called PHP. Okay, we need to give the particular thing called that particular PHP data, URL data that is stored in your variable. Okay, so you need to give like this dot ed data, edit data. Okay, so like this you need to give it, right? So we need to close these cases properly. Close it before this. Okay, now this is a structure. Okay, understood, right? Where class? What I did? Any doubt? Any doubt, guys? Till now,
No, sir.
nothing. Same like your select query only. We are just fetching only one single data. Okay, and then where I can close it here, table row where it is closing. Okay, here. So I will close this PHP. Sorry. Okay, I will close the while loop. Okay, so now how we are going to display it? The same thing. Okay, how we are displayed in the table structure, but to display directly in the form field, which attribute we will use? To display the data, or if the data should be there in the particular form field means which attribute? Tell me guys, which attribute we will use?
Action.
Nope. To display the data, action is next step where we are updating the data. I want to display the data in this input field because the data already stored that we are going to edit it in the sense that data should be displayed here, right, in the form fields, right? For that, we'll be using the attribute called value attribute. Okay, I have already explained this. Okay, try to remember value attribute. We need to display the data. I'm just copying this display format. Okay, so here I'm just displaying it, this particular thing. Okay, so now you can see it will be displayed here. Are you able to see this editable data which is already
Yes,
stored?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, likewise display for all the fields. Okay, and then we can update it by writing the update query in the PHP function. Okay, So use the value attribute to display it in the every fields. Okay. If it is different field, for example, if it is select option, okay, you already know JavaScript, right? So you need to make it as selected using JavaScript function. Okay, based on the value, PHP data value. So you need to make any of the option in the select field. You need to make it as selected. Okay, that you need to write JavaScript function. You need to use the logic. Okay, so try to write it. If not possible, I will give you the logic to understand it. That is very simple. You need to make it as selected based on the value which you are fetching from the particular row data. Fine. So complete this till this. Okay, display it in tabular format and display while clicking on edit button. And, copy the edit page, add pages to the edit pages and display the data in the edit page. And then update and delete only PHP function we need to delete in the back, write it in the back end. So we can write it and we can close this all the PHP things. Okay, so with this your thing will be closed. Okay, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, PHP programming, MySQL, PHP backend, everything is covered. So you need to complete your project including landing pages, registration, login, proper structure, dynamic project should be completed before next week Friday. Understood? Before next week Friday is your last day to complete the entire project with landing pages. Dynamically it should work. Dynamically data management should be there. Admin and user panel should be working fine, right? So in between your entry should be scheduled. Okay, so try to recall everything. PHP programming also try to recall every MySQL things and then bootstrap everything. Any doubts, please ping me. Clear? So tomorrow also I will try to connect it or else Wednesday will finish it off these cases. Okay? So any doubts, please ping me. Right? Any
Okay.
other queries? Any other queries?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so try to start working on these cases. Okay, so update and delete I will complete it maximum by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Maximum by tomorrow morning 9:30 session we will connect and we'll complete it. Right? So if any other queries, please ping me. If any other interviews question you are not able to answer means you can ask me. Okay, I will